another episode of the Legendary Show. Before we get into this episode, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, and share it. Once again, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share it.
Yep. It's like that, man.
What was your week like?
What was my week like, man? This week was a little hectic. You know, a lot of things I had to, get finalized and stuff and get it, get organized. So, yeah, man. But got a couple of good things in the works. You feel me?
Okay. With the music wise and all that?
Yeah, music wise, about to do a little something. Just a little something, got a decent feature from somebody and, got videos I'm working with.
We're going to talk on that when it presents itself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's going to be something major.
Yeah, working on it, see what's good with a visual. You feel me? But that shit gonna.
Y'all got back in tune or?
Yeah. He just hit me up the other day. Shit, so yeah, it's looking up.
But you already get something on the song and everything?
Yeah, he sent me the verse, his verse back and shit. I just got to get everything mixed down.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
So we was just briefly discussing possibility of doing some visuals and stuff like that.
So what, y'all linking together or you here doing it, he there doing it?
And we just got to see how it go.
How it go.
You know what I'm saying? If I could catch him in this region in the Midwest, then,
okay, got you.
Probably be easier to get to him than East Coast, West Coast. But I'm good on the East Coast, and they doing a lot of touring and shit right now. They touring right now, the NBA Leather tour, some shit like that.
I ain't familiar with
Yeah, it's like Action Bronson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Earl Sweatshirt, Alchemist, and
okay. Man, my week was rough.
Yeah. You say Operation Clean House.
Operation Clean House. No, for real. It was like, sometimes I feel like people don't look at the bigger picture, but just focus on the individual who doing it.
Yeah. You done been there before.
But now this situation came as everybody was at one place and this shit, they plotted this shit. I mean, calling me, talking crazy, everything. But I'm trying to be like, hey, just what's the issue? Let me know, because all of a sudden it's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a money thing?
Right.
Let's get to the root of this shit. What's the issue? And everybody conversation was the same thing. And I made me think about
y'all done conspired.
Y'all last talked about this shit and tried to low key plan to attack on me. Y'all planned to attack on me. And I was gonna fall. No. This operation going to continue with you or without you.
Hey.
But y'all want XYZ, but still want to do the same work that y'all doing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You can't get more. You want more, but still want to do. No, it don't work. It don't work that way.
Right. But I'm saying, are they asking for the standard pay?
What I'm paying them now is top scale, top union scale.
And union scale.
Top union scale.
See, you can't. That union ain't gonna play. They gonna make sure
top
the bread
union
right.
scale.
Yeah. That's crazy. See,
instead of y'all trying to bum rush me, y'all should have did y'all due diligence and seen what I was paying y'all. And what I was paying y'all, everybody kept saying, "Man, you paying too much," and they at home every day. I said, I ain't looking at that. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I say, sometimes it's okay to over converse. I'm saying it right.
Compensate.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna get it back in the long run.
Right, and you make that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's creating incentive, some shit like that. Make a motherfucker want to go work. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting paid a decent amount and I can still go home every night, especially
Man,
doing
them
that.
odds today, them
Can't
odds
beat it.
came and told me the price the number they wanted. Shit, I'm not even paying myself that.
I don't get why. I don't know.
Because
You know, you say it's,
one thing people do.
It's not the big
what-
picture.
what-
It's the individual.
It's the individual.
Just like you said, when if you was telling somebody some information, they wouldn't want to hear it because it's coming from you. Well, they'll go tap in and be, de-razz somebody
Like,
else for the
and-
same
and-
information.
and they go send them off.
End up getting sent off.
It's no like. I get you that. What I'm gonna go back to what you just said. Right. It was like the numbers they was asking me for. I ain't saying I can't pay it, but I can't pay it based off the work that y'all doing.
Right.
I can't. Now, if y'all want this number, y'all got to do this now.
Right.
Because y'all got to make up for this number that y'all want.
Right.
Oh, no, we got people telling us we can make X, Y, Z. Then
I don't see what's to it then.
I ain't going to be petty and call no names. It's like a 20-year, like a 20-year.
For I know.
I guarantee you know him. You know him. You know him.
And what he
like you don't like. It ain't like nobody who we chill and do, but you know him.
Right. Right. Okay.
He had bought him a truck and all that. Leased on to me and everything, and that's why from this I would never work with nobody to that level. If you ain't asking me for help to start your own,
right.
You can't buy no truck and bring it on with me. Because that side of a business tear friendships up, especially if you just buying something and don't understand this shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You can't compare 6 months to 12 years. You can't do that. So the other day, I'm doing what I got to do. Motherfucker just called me going crazy. I had to look at my phone like, damn, bro. This is a business. This how you call and talk to them. I say, hey, bro, watch who the fuck you talking to. Because at the end of the day, when you conducting business, you don't conduct business like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's,
And we, real life, bro, watch who you talking to. Nigga, whoa. I say, come on, bro. Look who mouth is coming from. You stop people with the tough stuff. Man, you been stealing money from me. I say that's one reason why I don't like to do business. At the end of the day, what you wanted me to do for you, I can't do it because at the end of the day, everything still relies on me. Mm-hmm. I'm still overseeing the liability.
Right, yeah.
Anything that happen.
Yeah. Insurance.
All that shit is on me.
Yeah, you got to compensate.
You can take your shit somewhere else. You can start your own shit. You can start a fucking fucked up shit with my company and pull your truck from my company. And I'm still dealing with the bullshit what your truck cost my company.
Right. Yeah. You got to cover the liability shit.
Man, you like on some, you bitch ass. I say, come on. Damn. I say, hey, man. If you feeling a certain type of way, because now you talking very crazy. And one thing I don't like to do, and I'm not going to do, talk crazy and argue and curse with another grown man. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's personal, face to face or over the phone.
Yeah, especially over the phone.
It's not going to end right.
Right, especially over the phone.
It's not going to end right. I have too much upside on you. I know everything about you. But this business, I just kept, if you feel that way, Put the lawyers in tune with it. Put the lawyers in tune with it. Because what? Talking crazy and putting hands on each other, what's that's going to get? A lawsuit? Mm-hmm. Then I'm telling him, I'm like, man, I need my trailer and shit back. Oh, what, you gonna be a police ass nigga now? I said, hey, bro, don't never put this business. Fuck the police. Mm-hmm. If I want my shit back, I get it.
Right.
But I'm just trying to, bro, I need my shit. If you feel like I'm doing this, to you, well, just XYZ, open your books to me.
That again?
Yes.
Yeah, most people don't know the difference between personal and business, especially when you haven't really ever done business. That's something everybody got to develop in mind. Even when I got into the shit, I'm like, wait a minute, I thought it was cool, but really it's like, no, this is business. Business ain't no pills attached. This is what it is. Business is everything you agree on.
Right.
And it's better to get in contract.
And that's what we didn't have. Our business was just based off
the relationship.
But it was
verbal. Was
I would do the same thing with one of my clients. We had a personal relationship, and we didn't sign a contract, so I'm just helping him out. And then he came to me talking, he want to own everything I shot. Like, no, you don't, because you pay for that. And I'm like, I should have had a contract in place. But I have to learn too. So
Then he went behind my back talking to the driver. And the driver hollering at me, he was like, hey, man, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know what y'all had going on, because every time I talk to you, he said, and that's what put the antennas up in the head about him. Because you never talk to me about what y'all had going on. Because I said, because it's none of your business.
But you getting paid decent enough to do what you doing.
No, the driver don't got nothing to do. The driver he don't got nothing to, he calling me. No, I'm calling him. Because now all of a sudden he doing something that, bro, our report ain't like this.
The driver?
Yeah, right. I'm calling you, texting you, you ain't responding. So now I ain't thinking nothing. I'm making sure that you good. Like,
right.
Bro, bro, is you good? You don't move like this. Shit, what's up? And shit, he was like, man, I'm just gonna be upfront with you. I don't know what's up with your mans, but y'all need to talk. And right then and there, I said, oh, what, he been talking to you or something? He say, man.
He just spilled the beans. Or whatever the fuck.
He didn't put me in this by default. I say, put you on what? He said, that's what I told him. You talking to me on something that he don't talk to me about. And he said, that's why I can really rock with you, because whatever issues you have going on, you don't put me in it. He said, when we talk, you might have called and be like, man, you good? I ain't heard from you. Like, man, you good out there? You need something? Like, he said, this man, that spilled the whole beans to him. I said, man, don't even worry about it. So now he don't want to operate, because he thinking that he's a part of the ownership of my shit. And I told him, I said, no, that's just his truck.
Right.
That's just his truck. And I really want to go there because I'm still feeling some type of fucking way from that phone call I got. Because there's no way. And I'm steady telling him, like, bro, if you can't talk to me civil, I say, man, once you calm down, then talk to me. If you feel like I'm fucking you, pause, no homo. But let's get
to the bottom of
get
it.
to the
Get
bottom
it
of
situated,
it.
man.
But it's the same thing over and over and over. You know how long this shit been going on. Like,
Same thing?
Bro, y'all can't sit back and look at what I got going on compared to what y'all. This
If you ain't got no damn insurance, you ain't got the what's it? You need the insurance for like just insurance to cover the truck and the driver and the motherfucking load. And, you know, all these different things. Any type of
thousands a month, thousands
you know
of dollars a month.
Any type of motherfucking repairs need to be done. You ain't covering none of that shit.
No, hold on. They repairs and all.
Right, because that's a motherfucking truck.
That's his truck.
Right.
But I was so lenient with it when stuff was going on with his truck. I was moving like it was my truck.
Right, and he got accustomed to that. So he just started taking advantage of the situation. So
Like,
it's like, well, if you're going to give me this, well, I'm going to take this too. And if you don't give me this, now it's a problem because you would normally give it to me. He was too comfortable. He knew his place. And he could have knew his place by a conversation y'all could have had.
Yeah.
But you know what? But I ain't. But I'm for to play both sides. I ain't for to sit here and act like I was perfect. Mm-hmm. I'm not finna do that. But at the end of the day, I don't move what's best for you, me. I move what's best for this company. Because this company is feeding people. Even though I just did Operation Clearhouse and let go everybody who was causing me issues, headaches. Eliminate that shit. Because I was already sitting back thinking anyway, like, man, I got to go back to the drawing board because I can't start this first quarter of 2022 off like this. Mm-hmm. Even if I'm getting back in the truck. And I ain't drove a truck in 2 years, but I'm okay with that. But I would keep this operation going, and I don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what a lot of people start to realize, like, this shit was a moving machine before y'all came. And to be honest, it wasn't like I was making big bucks off y'all. Once you look at your weekly trend lines of your business, of everything what's going on, and you seeing what each truck doing, I'm losing. I'm losing. Like, damn, y'all ain't making up y'all ain't getting to the pickup and deliveries on time. Y'all fucking calling off. Y'all overfueling, and we all see the prices of gas and diesel.
Yep. You know what that's due to.
$40 a tank.
And I would like,
shit crazy.
it's costing me thousands of dollars a week to fill these trucks up. Like, bro, I've been like around this like real life stressing, like, man, I got to do this because y'all can't even do the bare minimum. Now, y'all want to demand this on me and still do the same work.
You know, this inflation, shit going, prices going up, everything going up. Yeah, I mean, shit, everything is getting more expensive and the money ain't spreading around, shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the bread ain't spreading around, so I need my money. And then what they got Prisco and things. Oh, he has raised the minimum wage to $15.
That still ain't no money. That still ain't no money.
Man.
Hey, $15 times 80 hours for 2 weeks minus taxes and insurance, whatever.
All your expenses, all your, you feel me?
Bro, that's like what, $700 every 2 weeks? Yeah. Ain't trying to shit on nobody who getting that, because no money is better than no money, but you can't live off. You can't even live off $20 an hour.
No, hell no. After they take the taxes and kick you in your ass and for the taxes and shit, you ain't got shit. They taking enough. They as much money they taking out of taxes, you could probably pay 2 fucking bills. You know what I'm saying? They taking about that much money out your check every, you know what I'm saying, every pay period.
And that's when
two. You cover 2. That's 2 bills. I got the stretch.
And that's when you robbing Peter to pay Paul.
You feel me?
Because it's gonna be a lot of bills behind.
Capitalism, man. It's the economy, man. It's and that's what the hell they doing. That's what they doing. And
Then we got all this stuff going on with the Russian, Ukraine.
yeah, that's those things. Like COVID.
We just starting to start to bounce back from this COVID.
I ain't heard nothing about COVID in the last for 3 weeks down there. Money ain't heard nothing about COVID.
Hey, it felt so good walking to these places now. They ain't asking your mask.
Your mask at. Yep, that shit. Having to get get the vaccine. To go to the gym and things like that.
Hey, but that goes to that's why.
And that's what's gonna keep your ass from getting sick, like help boost your immune system and shit, working out and things like that. But you can't do that because you need this and then this and that. And now we ain't even talking about it. Now here we go, Putin. We gonna start the next scene of the movie. Here go Putin. You know what I'm saying? Here go the next scene.
Hey, Putin ain't playing with
Putin invading Ukraine. Oh shit, a whole nother thing. And motherfucking inflation didn't happen. All these things didn't happen. Now we got the war that kicked off. They putting the motherfucking not terrorists, but they putting the motherfucking sanctions on the man, money and shit. This, he got the oil.
Hey, did y'all hear about
that's getting the raising the gas prices
with the teachers union? With some bank and on. Damn, I was just reading it. What? The teachers union, like they're retiring or something, was with something. I don't know if it was.
Tied in with his shit?
With the Russian, with Ukrainian or Russian?
The U.S.?
I swear for living God.
Get the fuck out of here.
Did you hear about it?
Hold on, the U.S. motherfucker with the
teachers union. They retirement. They pension. Bro, it was like
tied in.
It was like,
man, look, that's crazy. Why is it? See, and that's fucking with the bruh.
Did you hear something about that?
I heard something about it.
I ain't heard nothing about that, man. Please don't tell me that they pensions tied into this in the bank or the money tied in with Russia or Ukraine money. See, that's weird. That's some weird ass shit, Joe. But because they don't want you to know how it's set up so they can play these fucking crackhead ass games on some real shit. That's how motherfuckers think about, motherfucker, all these millions of kilos of drugs becoming flooding, billions of kilos flooding this country to fund a motherfucker war. Iran country, what was it? Not Ecuador. Was it Ecuador? Anyway, the Iran-Contra war. You know what I'm saying? And that's what dude named Oliver North. And fucking the Reagan administration, you seen Snowfall?
Yeah,
that's
what they did.
They would say, it's loosely based, loosely my ass, because motherfucking that's how they funded those wars. And then they turned around after all that shit went down. They turn around, now it's a war on drugs against us, but y'all done flooded the neighborhoods and turned these teenagers, preteens into millionaires and shit. Now, here we go decades later, you feel me? The results of what y'all did to fund the fucking war. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes to show they don't give a fuck about.
Nobody,
people
nothing.
Used.
Huh?
Like, for the people in power, like, all the small people, like, you can just use them. Like,
they pawns on the big ass chessboard. You feel me? That's it, a big ass chessboard. What, presidents?
Or like
Or was it? Like the shit. I don't know. The heads of the United Nations. Well, it's all pretty much whatever countries that's a joint. It's most of them.
Why do you think that they can like just go invade a city and not give a fuck about the people?
It's actually crazy. No, it's really crazy.
Because it's a chess game.
Yeah, the people are just commodities of property of this bit. Now here we go. The country, the business, the corporation of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And that's the whole thing I was telling you about the, you know what I'm saying, U.S. National, You know, they try to say sovereign, but that's supposed to be a derogatory term as far as what we trying to do. And it's not. It's pretty much like, you know, when you're born into the country, then you get a birth certificate, everything. You're pretty much property of, you know what I'm saying? The United States. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a corporation. You're an employee. Instead of, I'm a citizen, I'm a natural born, you know, citizen, a natural living entity on this earth in a natural state. So no, you're in a corporation as an employee, you know, whatever type of anything you do, you know, you got to pay car insurance. You got to pay motherfucking if you're leasing the car.
No,
I'm just
betting them.
No, I'm for real.
That was funny because he said you're an employee of the United States, and what do employees do? Pay taxes.
Right, you feel me? You know you paying rent. You're paying for every fucking little stitch of anything. Your food, and they can raise the prices.
Shit, you got to pay the shit.
You got to pay the shit. You hear me?
You got to pay to take your garbage out.
All of it.
Everything that we do, you got to pay for.
You got to pay for it in some way, shape, or form, and it's only to bring back revenue into the company. You feel me? So, you feel me?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
and this is the thing. See, the money that we chasing out here, that your ex-employees hounding and don't want to do the work, it's not backed by shit. It's not backed by nothing. I could literally take a piece of paper, write, I owe you on that motherfucker, and that's just as good as $100 bill. You feel me? Because it's supposed to be backed by gold, but they stopped that back in the Great Depression. So it's not backed by nothing. It's a promissory note. You feel me? So now, instead of them having the gold or whatever to back it up, it's being bagged up on your ass.
If this is accurate, I'm learning something.
I'm telling you, nigga. I'm telling you.
I'm learning now. That's why I'm just sitting back, cause
it's catchy.
Shit,
I'm telling you, bro. This be Monopoly, nigga.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking thing. And see, look. This money now is being backed by, the taxes, your work, your blood, sweat, tears. This is what's paying the debts of the company, the corporation of the United States to all the other corporations in the world because they done came and got all the, hey, man, let us get this from y'all. Let us get that from y'all. We got y'all, man, what, 10, 15 trillion? That's a big-ass promissory note. We going to get it back. I got you. We finna raise these taxes. We finna raise the living expenses. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. We gonna gas all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's bartering.
Hey, but you know what I never understood?
Peter to pay Paul. It's that whole shit scenario.
The cost of living and everything shoots up.
Yeah, it's going up.
But you notice, being the business owner and everything, I understand when minimum wage go up, everything else got to go up.
Right, but it ain't though. Cause they've been teetering totter. They've been talking about motherfucking the minimum wage. What the shit was supposed to be $13. It went up to $13 in 2018, 2019. And we still ain't touched. Like, you still got people out here in the state of Illinois where the minimum wage should have been $13 to $15. Hold on, $13 to $15. It's supposed to be $15. You got other places in in Illinois that are still paying people $10 and shit.
See that I don't.
You feel me?
I haven't
$12 and shit.
I haven't applied for a job, and I can't tell you what was my last job. And I wasn't even getting paid by the hour. I'm going back to my last paid by the hour job. Hold on, it's coming to me. I was doing.
You working at like a warehouse or factory or some shit?
I was doing warehouse work.
Mm-hmm.
And this shit was
shit before
what I'm 20. What I'm 20. What I'm 25 right now.
Shit.
What, I'm 25 right now.
He told 25, so what, you was about 18? Nah,
No.
you was about 17, 15 when you
No,
was
no. Like all real shit
That was
aside.
down there 15 years ago. So
No,
nigga,
but no, real
you
life.
was 10 years old.
No, I'm 30. No, on real shit. I'm 36 now.
Oh, shit. He done
No,
told.
I'm just bullshit.
He done told. All right. He done told it, y'all.
Shit, it's all right.
Keep
shit,
tab.
Shit, it's a blessing to get old.
All right, look.
And I ain't even old.
So you got to make it.
Because I still take. Let me shut up. We ain't finna get to. Because anyway. What? No, I was about.
If he
21.
36, I'm 40. Fuck you talking about?
No, I'm real out 36, bro.
I know that. They don't know that shit.
I don't give a fuck about that age. Because I don't look it. My last job, I think I was making. I've been driving trucks, doing this truck shit 12 years.
Shit, that's
So
2010.
20
That's
so no.
2010 right there.
So my son, my son,
That's how you can gauge the years.
my son to be 12.
Right.
So I've been driving 12 years. So I was working, I was doing warehouse work.
2010, 20,
I was making
2009.
$13 an hour.
And that's crazy because that was so long ago. Motherfuckers was still making 8, 7s and shit.
I was
10,
making
99. Motherfuckers wasn't even getting that.
I was making $13 an
That's
hour.
crazy. Motherfucker wasn't even getting that.
My rent was $700 a month. But I knew it was an issue because with $13 an hour, I can pay $700 a month. Because you thinking you only making, after taxes and everything, you'll check about $700, $900 the most if you do overtime. I cringe.
And that's every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks. I cringe when I think about that shit. Then I had a son coming.
And
I can't do, and I was paying $100 a week for daycare back then. So imagine getting paid every 2 weeks. So you know, every time you get paid, regardless on what get paid, you got to put $200 to the side immediately, just for daycare. So we ain't talking
You're
about
already down to 700.
but we still ain't through amidst all that. We ain't talking about Pampers,
all the everything,
cable, all that shit.
What Cam say? How you gonna get fresh? You get the countdown to all the money. You making $35,000 a year. You gotta pay motherfucking $1,000 a year for rent. You feel me? Motherfucker, by the time you get it, how you gonna get fresh? You gotta eat. Fuck you talking about? Can't get fresh now. You feel me? Hey man, it's crazy, Joe. But that's how it was designed, to keep a motherfucker on that hamster wheel. Especially coming from our communities, learning, the financial, you feel me, stability, learning the tricks of the trade. We half of a century behind.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, as far as we gonna talk about, okay, once they start letting niggas get some money, nigga, we a half a fucking century behind compared to motherfuckers who come, by the time they graduate high school, they already got A1 credit and everything is lined up for them.
And that's one thing I vouched for, and I said that when my son turned 16, I'm putting him he ain't getting the credit cards.
Right.
I'm putting him as an authorized user on 2 of my longest, most highest credit card limits. I'm finna teach you. I'm finna start really jam down on him heavy now.
Yeah, it's time.
I'm finna show you the ethics of.
You gotta make it like a work situation.
Yep.
Like, nigga, do you want that new game? You want them bucks points, them points for the video game? Hey, you do this, and you get.
We know Christmas. We know Christmas just passed, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you something.
Oh, you put them to work?
No.
What? You just went and got this?
No.
Oh, that's what he want?
No.
That's what he want?
And that.
This some shit. This the gaming piece.
Yeah,
Gaming
but
shit.
you finna come and work.
Oh no, for sure.
I'm not finna pay cash for that. I'm not
This
finna
a
charge
car. It's a
that.
car.
Tim, you know what that is.
No, the game.
You know what that is. What you got?
The gaming
Oh,
computer.
yeah. I got that.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah, that. We was doing. See, we was running the HTC Vive before they got the Oculus.
Yeah.
Nigga back in 2018. We went to Micro Center, and they was running that shit off this. And my ex-business partner with his goofy ass, he had bought this. We in the front room, nigga. We got this whole
Green
vicinity. No, it's just like we had this like whole area, and you put the thing on, and all of this is like the board, the playing area. Like we moving all around the room and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, just like the Oculus, you know. And then you got to scale out the room.
That shit lit. I ain't
Hey,
No,
hey,
this is good. But we had the HTC Vive.
But
Yeah.
this is another thing too. I don't want to feel like every time he asks for something that he privileged to like.
No, you got to work for this shit. And that's one thing my grandma nigga, she hey man, go do that motherfucking yard. Go take it, you know what I'm saying? You know this. You know this. You see my hands? Motherfucker, look at my hands.
Hey, you remember she used to have us selling the candy bars and stuff?
What? Nigga, that's what I'm saying. From root, like I know how to work because my grandma.
It wasn't nothing.
Nigga.
If you wanted something,
You finna hustle.
you going to
finna
go
work.
get it. You finna sell these candy
You
bars
finna
and
work
all
to
that.
get it, boy. And go get that fork and go get them weeds up out that grass with that fork. And you sit up here, this lady got 6 figures. You won't even go buy the damn yard equipment. You motherfucker got
hold on,
to get
we gonna
the-
let you get to what you finna say. Hey, low key, if we would have stuck to it, if we would have stuck to it, we would have been some wicked landscapers out
What
here.
I'm wicked now. Land's wet, nigga. I ain't
Hey,
playing,
when I
nigga.
say we was landscapers,
Nigga,
before landscapers was
Bruh,
landscapers,
I'm 10 years old, 7 years old, trimming and pruning fucking rose bushes, nigga. Thorns and shit all coming out my nigga.
When you got
for
the
a
dig-
pair of lugs.
when you got the
for a
dig-
pair of lug boots out of everything in the world.
Hey, when you got to dig the dirt up, the
Yeah,
old
nigga, you gotta flip the dirt, flip it so she could plant it. Said, bruh, see, my grandma boy work your ass to death.
Yeah, like I was,
Lady.
I was pumping gas.
That's what I'm saying. Gotta get
Hey.
the value of a dollar. It's learning the value of a dollar, bro.
And then like everybody like the gas station right here, then my crib was over here.
Right.
Like the school was down the street.
Right.
So motherfuckers would see me. I go to school, they make fun of me. Like, you pumping gas. I'm like, bro, it ain't that.
Roll.
I pull out a big ass rack of money.
Roll.
They asking me for money. I'm like,
Oh, no pumping gas.
Hey,
Right,
but
pumping
do
gas,
y'all
though.
know this
Ha,
now?
hee, ha,
Y'all
ha,
don't
pumping
see
gas.
kids raking leaves, shoveling
Nothing.
snow,
They don't
and
do
nothing.
shit, bro. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't stuck on them games. They on them games.
It's not only the games, and it's a privileged thing because most of these parents are young, so they just giving their kids.
Because motherfuckers ain't
Don't
have.
start hanging around kids who just get shit. Now he expects shit from you.
Right, that too.
I'm
It's just learning
I'm-
the value of a dollar, Joe.
I'm a victim
Which
of
shit
that.
ain't shit.
like I'm a victim, like, but I'm coming to like, well, I didn't came to it like, I'm just not finna give just because. I'm like,
Don't get me wrong. White motherfuckers make their kids work. They make them.
now
motherfuckers
you
work.
got some what like.
They make their ass work. I'm just talking about the more privileged now. You got your middle class, motherfuckers going to work. And that's the thing. They learn the value of motherfucking dollar early. They learning the financial stability sometimes, early. Don't get me wrong. Everybody ain't getting it right off the bat. But you get a sense of it compared to we coming up. It's motherfuckers behind on bills. It's always pressing and you motherfuckers never have the air, the breath to breathe to get a little bit of spell. Okay, let
Because
me
every dollar is accounted for
prioritize
something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me prioritize. Let me get my money right. You always, scrounging to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now we on this conversation.
Spreading it out. It's
Do
crazy.
y'all feel like that? our mama and them generation, do you feel like they in their predicaments because they wanted to be in there, or they just didn't know no better?
No, they want to be in them predicaments. They because
I think a little bit of both. I can explain why.
go ahead, because I'm finna show lay it down. Me and my grandma was just talking about that.
And then they mamas them fresh out of slavery.
Hell no,
They
fresh out of
mamas
fresh out of civil
They
rights.
within that Jim
And-
Crow era.
But listen, they came out of that into somewhat of prosperity. Motherfuckers was able to go get them jobs.
Not necessarily.
Who?
No, it was still
Bruh.
discrimination since then.
Bro, it's always been discrimination, but
But
I'm
not
saying
like
now
this.
you can get money though. Now you have black people
Bro.
owning property, buying homes and things like that, having bank account.
1% of black people, dog.
What you talking about?
Bro,
No, that's
you know
not,
how hard it was?
bruh.
That was 1%.
Okay, let me tell you how hard it was for my grandma and them to come from Mississippi after already being hustlers, coming up in here and working motherfucking jobs, working factory jobs. Back then, you can send your kids to college from a factory job. That's how Detroit and fucking Ford Motor
Yeah.
motherfucking General Motors and all that shit, people was thriving during them time. Black people, because they would never let us get them type of jobs. So after civil rights movement, motherfuckers started getting them little jobs. Now motherfuckers is building their families back up, building things up. That's why things like crack era and shit like that is always something to implement to bring that thriving down. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers getting up. You have hella motherfuckers going to college. Back then, my grandma, who he's just talking about with the yard, she bought, now mind you, her husband been working the motherfucking GE till he retired. My whole childhood, my granddaddy was getting up 5 o'clock in the morning until he retired. He had that motherfucking job since the 70s. My grandma, off her hustling, off her working jobs and doing her side hustle, she bought her building in 1978. You feel me? Now, my dad, who was the oldest out the kids, this motherfucker had everything he wanted. Because he had a mom who was getting money in the crib and a dad who worked a stable job. Now, mind you, you got black people, still living in ghettos and all this shit you ain't gonna have, but a lot of motherfuckers.
That area was not the ghetto back then.
No, I'm just saying.
And it's
throughout
still,
the city,
it's still not.
No, I'm just saying throughout the city, you still had your pockets of motherfuckers working to get to those neighborhoods. You feel me? That's why my grandma and them, they didn't stay over there. They was off Madison and all. They had to work to get in that neighborhood, and that was the whole premise of it all. That was because they coming from the South. Right. So it's like we want to own some shit.
A survival mentality.
But you had now my nana, my mom's mom, she worked. Now my granddad, he was an alcoholic and shit. My nana, she worked at she worked at Catholic Charities or something first. Said her first, I was just talking to her about this the other day. This back in the 70s. You feel me? She like, this was my first job I was able to file taxes for. Like, this was a real job. You feel me? So she stacked her bread up. She bought the crib on fucking, on Waller. She had a bungalow on Waller in North Avenue. You feel me? Raising 4 girls practically by herself. And my mom was the oldest of those kids, which she had everything she needed to survive and wasn't shown no. You know what I'm saying? She didn't grow up in a house where her dad was alcoholic and she seen some shit. But mind you, you had a mom who was working prestige job, but square, didn't smoke cigarettes, didn't drink, didn't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't even bring, after my granddad died, she didn't even bring another man in the crib. You feel me? It was just about her kids, her grandbabies, and built the shit up. Like, she went on vacations for damn near 30 years straight. Every year she went to the Bahamas. This off her work and ingenuity. Now, these are the baby boomers that came out of the World War II. You was born after World War II,
right?
Came up through the Jim Crow era and civil rights movement and was finally able to get some traction and start building for their family. Crack era hit. Money coming like this, all these houses, or these households that had 2-parent households that were both working and both. Now somebody in here doing crack, other motherfucker in here doing crack. Now motherfucker, the kids get taken away or whatever the fuck, and that's why we at where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? As far as a community and how we treat our finances and things, because you had motherfucker like my dad go out there hustle, even though this nigga getting everything he want out the crib. My grandma and them, they lacing them because they ain't had that shit and they got it. They lacing this nigga. Nigga been through, he fucked up my shit. That nigga went to prison so many times, by the time I went, I couldn't get nothing. You feel me? He done bled the shit dry. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, all he had to do was finish school, go to work. He had shit laid out. Chose differently because motherfucker, the struggle wasn't the same and wasn't the same. And then when that crack era hit, like I said, you had preteens, thousandaires, literally overnight, thousandaires. The you know, and you know, chasing this green dollar, chasing this paper. Now the value of your neighborhood ain't shit. Now the value of your next, your brother, your sister, your mom, whoever in the fucking neighborhood ain't shit, because I'm chasing this green dollar and everything revolves around this, because this is a sign of class. This is a sign of me having something in a world where I'm already 3/5 of a man. Off birth.
I'm letting you talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big ass web of shit. You feel me? And our generations, we just thrown on top of that shit.
I think our generation,
our
generation is more. I can't say bosses, but we taking it to another level.
Yeah, because this the thing. By the time
we don't have,
yeah.
That's just me. What I'm seeing day to day, we don't have that mentality of what our parents had. Our parents, nor their parents have. We don't have that mentality.
No, we don't. It's because it's like we don't. You're right. And the thing about that is, it was like they, you know, you had motherfuckers that kind of just like, oh, this is my place as a black person. You know what I'm saying? And it's
we starting to see our value and understanding.
Yeah, we ain't going for none of that shit.
Wealth is.
Yeah.
We grew up in that information.
Yeah.
So, like, we are exposed to so much.
Mm-hmm.
And our kids go be smarter than us.
But they
because we didn't have these when we was coming up.
That is crippling their asses too.
Because
what you just say,
I'm pretty sure our parents were saying that about us too.
No, motherfuckers was outside, bro. Like, well,
hey, with
I
the
was
shit
raised
going,
by my grandma and them like that.
With
so
what's going on right now, I want my son could be the biggest lame nerd, whatever. Because what's going on right now, I would prefer.
Okay, now let me tell you this.
No,
man.
You can't even let your kids go outside and play how we used to play outside without being nervous.
I mean, motherfuckers
bro, we used to leave the
blowing
house at 8 o'clock in the morning. They won't see us.
Well, our parents.
Bro, when we
I'm outside.
Bro, we go.
But see, that's the thing. And motherfuckers like us, we was practiced from what we had grandma and them when we had our grandparents, and we had our mom and them guys. We was still in a place. We was in the middle where we had, we had the mothers, or whatever, the young parents who was just like, oh, let motherfuckers learn how they go. Then you had the umbrella of your grandparents,
right?
Where it's like motherfucker gonna tell you and actually show you what need to be done. And you had, your parents where you go and learn things on your own type situation. And where it's at right now, these kids, they learning from this shit. Motherfuckers ain't got them outside doing nothing like we was. I never video games and shit. That shit would be collecting dust in the crib.
Not that era. I can't.
But this is what I'm saying. This, just like the crack era crippled us, this shit crippling them. Listen, let me explain. For one, you got motherfuckers on here. They getting spewed. They sitting like this. They getting spewed information. Now you can't even have a civil conversation with the kids because they think they know too damn much.
One thing I noticed.
That's one thing.
You
gonna tell their ass to go out and take that motherfucker garbage out.
Cyberbullying and all that is a different type of dealing with an outside bully. You knowing I'm gonna have to fight this motherfucker when I leave out of school or when I'm walking to the store. We all done been through it.
But that's making you face your issues.
And that's
That's what motherfuckers ain't experiencing now.
Cause we didn't have these.
That's what I'm
Bro,
telling you.
My first cell phone was in high school.
Bruh.
And it wasn't even this. It was a motherfucker when you had to press the 2 button 5 times to get to one letter.
Yeah. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I had a pager. I had a pager back in the 90s. My mama gave me a
that was
pager.
my first sign of communication.
Yeah, I had a pager. My mama had a Pramco phone. That was another thing. I had the first phone and started texting.
Laundromat. And when it was time for me to help my mama bring the
get
clothes back, she'll beat me.
Yeah.
Oh, let me start walking my ass
But
back.
that's another thing, bro. Like, this what I'm saying. Things like that. Things like going to the laundromat and actually having to help your mama. Like, it was a point in time we ain't had no car. We had to go take a motherfucking shopping cart with the laundry bags and walk to the laundromat. This builds character. This shit builds, you know what I'm saying? This shit builds shit.
These kids don't even know how to sort clothes.
That's
the whites, the darks, the colors.
Smack to sleep.
Putting
some mixing colors with whites.
They don't know how one heavy ass laundry bag. Just one. Don't imagine you got 3-4 of them motherfuckers.
Just one. As tall as you. This bitch bigger than you.
And you're around this motherfucker. Let alone you got the cart and you got to push to the laundromat with the 4 wheels on it.
Right. Or your ass hunched all the way over, walking like this with that bitch.
Blocks at a time you walking.
Balancing that bitch.
God forbid you don't stay on the 3rd floor.
Oh shit, it's up.
Kids don't even know how to carry all the groceries in your hands like this.
Yeah, till your motherfucking fingers you cramped up and you. That's the difference. Like, mind you, my little cousin, he's pretty much the baby out of those little generations. Then you got this and her son. But my little cousin, who's 18, 19 years old, can't get this motherfucker to do nothing. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's the difference. This was you couldn't walk around my grandma's house musty or dusty or none of that shit. Your ass better be just coming from outside doing some work or something, and you ain't doing nothing. You ain't in motherfucking garbage ain't being taken out, the floor ain't being swept, all this shit. Like, it's a sense of responsibility. It's a sense of, you feel me?
These kids don't know what a real ass whooping is.
I don't even think people hit their kids no more.
I ain't seen nobody get no ass whooping. I ain't seen no ass whooping getting taken place.
When have you seen somebody get their ass whooped outside? I done got my ass beat up by fucking stenches cord, switches off the tree, bats, plastic bats.
Nigga, my grandma had switches braided up.
You don't got to.
She had switches braided up, Joe.
We had to go get them shit.
She had to go get them. To tell you go get them.
Whoop our ass.
Make you go get you, pick your poise, and tell you take that motherfucker back if it wasn't thick enough. You go get the thinnest one. Go take that shit back. Go get a thick one. Fuck you, telling that's real shit.
I think that's why we so respectful of our parents and everything.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
now?
like it's. I don't care how mad my mama, my daddy, my aunties make me mad. I cannot talk back to them.
I be talking my shit, but I talk it in a respectful way and I don't cuss.
Yeah,
but I'm not like I'm not arguing for the sake. Like, I'm just stating my point. Like,
these little motherfuckers disrespectful.
Yeah, like you deck one of their ass in the motherfucking face.
Bro, I heard somebody call their parents bro. Man, if my son ever called me bro, boop. That's what bros do. Call me bro again.
Mm-hmm. But that's just the point that I'm making.
Man, these kids don't even want to walk to school in snow no more.
They ain't doing
Bro, we
shit.
used to have to walk to school and we used to try to be fly with the shit. Cold in the motherfucker.
But for the last year, they ass ain't even have to go to school. You see what I'm saying? Now imagine how that affects a kid trying to go back and get back active into school. Your attention span is not going. But you see what I'm saying? It's all these different things implemented. And one thing I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, from how I raised, how I was raised, the best parts of that, I'm, gonna do my best to hold on to that and put that shit back out there, because learn real life values. Like, if it wasn't, like, even though we was always trying to dip You know what I'm saying? As soon as my grandma get to call the names, cause we know she finna make us work. It's
Man,
still you still understand the value of that
Hey,
shit.
kids don't know what Ding Dong Ditch is, Freaky Friday, or none of that shit.
They won't even put no dog
Used
shit
to-
in a bag
hey,
and
used
light
to be on
nobody
the
like that
side-
bitch
hey.
up and put it on nobody's front porch.
Used to be on the side of the
You ain't
game,
did that.
the side of the gangway, kissing hunches like
Yeah,
you doing
Freaky
something.
Friday, boy. That's how a lot of motherfuckers got pregnant, though.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers had kids early and shit from them games. Yeah. Flipping in the alley on pissy mattresses or playing basketball at the cut up crate.
Catching fucking ringworms in your heads and shit. I'm flipping off them shit.
Got to put fingernail polish on your shit.
Motherfuckers out there
See?
flipping on a motherfucking mattress that done had a gazillion bed bugs
They had
in
a
it.
motherfucker
Got
bum
the
because they
trampoline.
bed bums.
And I didn't even know how to flip. I was just jumping on the mattress.
And Lance had the trampoline in the crate,
Yeah.
just to get the leverage for it. Then we take off. See,
Fucking hooping on the cart.
that's what I said. Cut the crate. Actually, have you ever actually cut
You
the crate
don't-
up? Do you? That's what I'm saying.
You don't even see kids playing it no more.
None of that shit, bro. They not even outside, bro.
And you,
But it's kind of too dangerous. Like,
it's very dangerous.
It's not all the time, bro. Like
No.
I mean, you guys, of course, but that's one thing we ain't as our generation, and the generation before us, because the generation before them made it to where motherfucker could go play outside, or motherfucker do this or do that, or have a yard to play in where you ain't gotta run out in the street and get hit by no fucking car. You got a whole backyard back here, cause this grandma crib, she own this motherfucker. Granddaddy own the crib. You feel what I'm saying? Now what we got to do is, from what our parents' generation fucked up, we got to come back and make it safer for the kids to come back out and experience those things. You know what I'm saying? Because that's living.
look at the shit
That's
that we,
living.
look-
Yeah, we got to deal with the fucking too. We got to deal with everybody.
these motherfuckers ignorant.
Bro, we got it. But that's why we got to, like you said,
Bro,
we like that, bro.
We guilty by association with a lot of shit.
Bro, just because, bro.
We guilty by association. Hey man, this is what we go do. This the end of this episode because this be a 4-hour episode.
we'll be done kept on talking, man.
This one of them. This will be a 4-hour episode. This what
Raise
we
your
gonna do.
motherfucking kids, man. Teach your kids something, man. Teach
So-
your kids how to read. Don't wait till your kids get to school for them to start learning how to read, write, spell their name, and do math and all, and do it and learn arithmetic.
Hey.
Teach your kids at school.
And it's okay to beat their ass too.
Hey, just
They
they gotta
it's
let 'em
okay
know.
if they out of pocket.
don't just let them know.
there's a couple of shorties.
But see, I also know the
Hey,
thing too.
hey, these kids ain't never got hit with a motherfucking extension cord.
But these kids got.
They ain't never got hit in the head with the
talk
spoon.
to them and show them the correct way of doing shit. You won't have that problem. You won't have it that much. You know what I'm saying?
It comes from the
It just-
household.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Start at the crib. You feel me? Start at the crib, Joe.
Because it was a lot of, we couldn't sit at the table when grown folks was at the table talking.
None of that. None of that shit. Don't get in no conversation.
Get
Don't
your ass
say-
smacked.
Don't what? Oh.
Yes.
Now you got the kids. You having conversations with the kids
the
like
sitting
they
at the
adults.
table like this with their legs folded up.
Talking shit.
Yeah, girl, on bro them. On what the fuck?
See? I just need to see. I wish my grandma give my grandma like a bionic motherfucker body so she can move around.
Hey,
She
man.
would have been beating the shit out of
We at the end of this episode. Make sure y'all like it, y'all subscribe
That's
to it,
robot
and
body.
share it. And
For-
once again, with these kids,
Take care
it
of your
starts from
kids,
home.
man. Start
And
at home.
I hope y'all took some gems from this episode because this episode was that episode. And on that note, we gone.